Hi guys, and welcome to a very snowy February garden. First of all, I hope you're all well and your gardens are surviving winter. It's debatable whether mine is or not, but time will tell. I know it might seem strange to be starting these garden tours in the depths of a very intense winter, but I'd really like these tours to feel like a journey through a year's worth of seasons and to document all the changes and progress this really new garden is going to make. And I thought it would be fun to bring you guys along on that journey with me. So I'm just going to take a walk around, see what life there is, and I hope you enjoy it. So here we are at the entrance to the garden. This is from my gate. You can see here, I still need to paint that back fence, so apologies for that. We've had a lot of snow. It's not usual for us to get this much snow, definitely not. It's been a long, cold, wet, snowy winter. So one thing I want to chat about is the work that I'm going to do this year to try to obscure, some of this view here. I live in a new build development in rural Scotland, and it's very usual that you can be overlooked, as I am. So I'm going to do a bit of work this year in the way of planting some kind of semi-mature trees, just to obscure that view a little bit. I've got a couple of amazing big raised beds on either side of the garden and also in the middle, and they help so much with our terrible soil. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to plant anything. This area over here, you'll not be able to tell because it's under 1.5 feet of snow. This is actually our morning seating area. That's what we like to refer to it as, because the sun comes here in the morning and it's lovely. I have a little Belfast sink pond over in this area here. Again, not that you can see much of it, you can see what's left of some spent alliums in here, but there is a pollinator bed in here. This was such a success last year. I pretty much let it go mostly wild. Planted lots of lovely wildflowers in it for the pollinators, so I might do that again next year. Underneath this large for my garden anyway, expanse, is some lawn. And my plans this year are to do some more flower beds in there. I'm really excited for that. I have planted in here some perennial Verbena Bonariensis and some heucheras, a couple of small trees, my beloved variegated Pittosporum, which just performs, and my bird feeder, an Acer, a smoke bush. I'm very much looking forward to that all bursting into life. I'm just shaking off all the excess snow from my Pittosporum. It helps to do this every now and again when there's a big dump of snow, because I know we were due to get more snow, and the heavier the snow gets, the more likely it will damage the branches. So I don't know if you guys have noticed any winter damage in your garden. I was taking a closer look to this Pittosporum and noticed the leaves aren't looking amazing, but hopefully it'll spring back once the better weather comes. Here's one of my new little trees that I put in the autumn. This is a Prunus Little Pink Perfection. I've still got the tag on it. You can see here the buds are ready to spring into life. My favourite thing in the garden last year was this Verbena Bonariensis. It's ready to get cut back now, but I still like its winter form. Up in this section here, that's my vegetable growing area. Can't see it just now, it's under a lot of snow. let's go and take a closer look. Don't you just love the sound the snow makes when you walk on it? So under this blanket of snow we have a couple of raised beds, and right up at the back here I have a Williams Bon Chrétien pear tree. I'm hoping to add another raised bed in this area here so that I can add to my produce growing area. We loved these blueberry bushes last year. They're a new addition to the garden, like a lot of things. The red branches were an amazing bit of winter interest, and the buds are all swelling up so nicely. They're really attractive in the spring. They have dark, lush green foliage and beautiful little white flowers. I'll find out the varieties, and in my next garden tour I'll be sure to let you guys know. Under that massive mound of snow is a lavender bush. They've done really well in pots for a couple of years now. And growing up the side of my shed I've got a David Austen climbing rose. The variety is called gertrude jekyyll. It has the most amazingly deeply scented pink blooms. I grow a lot in pots in my garden, whether it's produce or ornamentals. This lavender has been severely tested this winter, but it seems to be surviving. Whenever I visit gardens around Scotland, I'm always drawn to ornamental grasses, and it's definitely something I'd like to add more of this year. Well, that's mostly it for this February garden tour. Maybe there's not a huge amount of plant life happening, but we can still find enjoyment in our gardens in other ways. Maybe it's building a very dodgy snowman. And I hope you guys are all managing to find some kind of strength and peacefulness and enjoyment in your own gardens this winter. It won't be long until we're all enjoying sunnier, warmer days. I know I'm excited. I'll see you guys in the next one.